The music on the podcast this week is brought to you by YouTube artist Vindsvept. That's Vindsvept. He's a YouTube music producer, makes fantasy folk music. It's awesome. I love it. Go check him out. All right. Welcome to episode 5.
Technically episode 5, yes.
Episode 5?
Wait, is it? I think it might be episode 4, but we've done 5 episodes.
I think it's episode 5, recording 6.
We really struggle with this every single time.
Dude, I'm pretty sure this is episode 5.
This is episode 5, recording 6. You are right.
That's okay. Welcome to episode 5 of the podcast. How you beautiful folks doing this day? Yeah, I hope you're having a good January.
It's likely when this will be released.
Yep.
It's
December
friends,
5th.
For my close friends,
4th. It's December
4th. And for those people who know me, it's my friend's wedding today.
Oh, it's your friend's wedding?
Yeah, so we got a couple hours to record, and then I got to go bust over to that on Zoom.
Oh shit! Happy wedding to your friends.
So I'm excited to do that. I'm just gonna drink a ton of champagne and eat flaming hot Cheetos and hang out.
Sounds like a good wedding. Not gonna lie.
I'm still debating, dude. Okay, this is just a side topic, but do you think on a Zoom wedding you need to be dressed up, or should I wear like a taco costume?
I think you should dress up, but don't wear pants.
Okay, so business casual.
Yeah, business casual. Do what I do for Zoom classes, right? You put the webcam up, they see your upper half, and then the lower half you're just going full breezy.
Full breezy.
Full breezy.
Also,
it's really awkward though when you don't turn your camera off and you stand up in your class like, oh, I like your underwear. And you're like, oh, fuck.
Also, just for you, I'm wondering, how do you eat flaming hot Cheetos?
With chopsticks.
Okay, see, I got my chopsticks right here. I'm ready to go.
Okay. Okay.
For those of you that don't, you're wrong.
And it's not about not getting it on your finger. It's about leaving it on the Cheeto.
Yeah. Well, and not getting it on your finger.
I also eat Takis with chopsticks.
I don't want to deal with like my hands being slightly tinted red for the rest of the day.
Yeah, you had a wedding and your hands are just red.
Yeah, I don't want to show people that.
Yeah. No, makes sense.
All right. Are you ready to say your topic, or should I go first?
On the count of 3, we should say our topics.
Okay. 1. 2. 3. Jeff
UFOs. Aliens and Jeff Bezos, that's pretty dang close.
Honestly, it's pretty good.
That's closer than we had last week.
Dude, last night I was watching Alien Worlds. Is that what inspired yours?
No.
Dude, I watched it on I was watching it on Netflix while I was writing a paper, and I probably wrote 1 paragraph of that paper, but I got so absorbed in the show because it's just like how we can like relate things on Earth to how other alien worlds would be like. Like if there was a planet twice the size of Earth, it would be like twice as massive, so the air would be denser, and so the like whale type things would like eat seeds out of the sky. They would be like flying in the sky. It was sick.
You're telling me that the Pokemon world is denser than Earth?
Yeah, probably. That's why Ash is freaking tiny, because he's being compressed down. He probably weighs 200 pounds.
That's why he can lift all the heavy Pokemon.
Oh yeah.
There's like a fucking size chart
Ash
of
is like
him
an ant.
carrying Pokemon. There's like with ease, and he picks up a Pignite, right? Pignite's like 100 pounds or something.
Dude, isn't like a Pupitar or Larvitar or something like 200 pounds? There's one thing that he picked up that was
Larvitar's like 70 pounds, I think.
Freaking massive. We'll figure
I'm not
it
gonna
out.
look it up.
Eventually we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
But yeah, do you want to go first, or do you want me to go first?
I went first last time.
Okay. I will go first. Mine is more of just like I didn't want to get into in detail about Jeff Bezos because he's a pretty controversial figure at the moment.
He's technically my boss.
Yeah, he's technically like half the world's boss.
Yeah. You could fire me at any given time.
But I think he's a very interesting person to talk about, just in the sense that like a lot of people dislike him and a lot of people like appreciate what he's done. So I think we'll end up going off on tangents about stuff, but I figured I would bring it up.
Yeah. We'll keep it as neutral as we can.
So I checked.
He's my boss.
I checked this morning. Actually, I'm going to check right now again, just to be sure. So I was researching his net worth, and this morning it was 186.9 billion. And then I left that tab and came back, and it was 187.8 billion. So it had gone up 0.9 billion or $900 million in like 10 minutes. So that's freaking nuts. That's a lot of money. And it's all in his like stock, obviously. I'm just going to type up Jeff Bezos' net worth real quick just to see if it's changed that much. 186.9, so it's now back to what it was. Good work on him.
Oh, he lost money.
He just lost $900 million. Sucks for him.
You know why? You know why?
Why?
Amazon is losing money because of Twitch.
Are they?
Yeah.
How?
Because all of the Twitch top creators make all of the like all of the monetary revenue from their subs rather than Amazon getting half.
Oh.
And so people with 50,000 subs and 100,000 subs, Amazon loses money because of that.
Good.
They also exactly. They also lose money due to like Twitch Prime.
I did not know that. That's cool. That's
cool it's crazy.
It goes to the creators.
It does. I would say maybe not 50-50, or it's not 50-50 is what I get as an affiliate, right? Mm-hmm. I get 50% of the subs I get. A partner, I think, gets 100%. If not 100, it's a very high number, like 80. Yeah, but that still means that they're still losing money because they have to pay the creator the roughly, for a tier 1 sub, it's $6. Mm-hmm. They have to pay the creator probably $5 of that dollars. This is if they're not doing the 100%, which I think the top creators make the 100%.
Yeah.
This is the if they don't, like 80%. So they make 5 out of the 6. That's still Amazon only making $1 and giving away 5.
So good for them.
Yeah.
As a side note, I was also researching this. In August, his net worth capped at over $200 billion. So I think that's like the richest anybody's ever been. Not that his net worth really comes from actually having money.
No, it comes from him owning things.
Yeah, he has. So I was looking at this thing. I wrote down what site it was. It was according to Cracklord Finance and Tech. On August 10th, 2020, his Amazon stock, he had 55 million shares at $3,200 a share, which comes out to $176 billion in August. So out of his 200 billion, he had 186 billion just in Amazon stock.
Nice.
Which is interesting to think about, like the people that argue that like he has all this money, he should just use it to fix things, because he really you'd have to liquidate assets and do all of that. If I know what liquidating assets really meant, I could probably use it better. But he would have to, get rid of his shares and turn them into actual money, which he can't really do in like a short amount of time. So it's really hard for people to be like, yes, he can solve world hunger, but like he really couldn't.
Net worth is a lot different than money.
Yeah.
Like my net worth is probably much higher than what I have currently. I have like $45 in the bank account. My net worth is probably somewhere in the tens of thousands due to the stocks I have.
Dude, I don't have any stocks. I need to invest in stocks.
Yeah, I have Apple stock and I have Johnson & Johnson. It's doing pretty well right now. I have a good amount of money in the stock market.
But
in my bank account, I have $45.
That doesn't give you anything, right? You can't really do much with that money that's not technically yours. Yeah.
Nope.
But he does. He has a decent amount of money, whether that's in that.
Yeah.
176 billion in Amazon or not, he still has at least 24 billion not in Amazon, and that's obviously in other things. But
Jeff Bezos and I are a lot alike.
He's bought a $65 million jet. He's bought a $25
Why?
million home.
What do you do with that?
I don't even know, dude. How could a jet cost more than a home, and the home is worth $25 million?
It better be a fucking jet made out of like baby seals or some shit.
And he also obviously invested in other stuff. He was trying to make money through that as well. And
yeah,
Amazon's kind of all over the world.
He invests in it and then he buys it.
Basically,
that's what he does.
Yep. And I was looking at this Reddit thread that people were estimating, people that are better at the business side of things than me, and they were estimating he probably makes between like 50 to 130 million a year through Amazon, kind of alone through his role, which is obviously likely reinvested. I don't think he saves and puts in the bank 50 to 130 million dollars.
No, he probably just has a flow of money that goes right from his quote unquote job payout to the stock market back into his funds.
Yep.
So he probably through that 50 to 130 million probably makes about $1 billion a year.
Yep. But I mean, there was that one day this year where he made like $13.2 billion just from Amazon stock raising in price very much. But yeah, so I thought that was just like super interesting. And then I was like, okay, there's this argument of like, oh, he could solve a ton of things with his $180 billion. So I was looking up like what he could actually do with that, and doing math. So, are you ready for this knowledge?
Yes.
I think there was this picture that showed the general stuff. So I'll touch on what those were first. Theoretically, he could end American homelessness, which is estimated to cost $20 billion. Which would just be
that'd be a lot of people.
Estate.
Yeah,
it'd be fixing a lot of people's lives, but it also would be like the actual process of finding places for people to live and all that stuff.
Okay, but here's the thing: it's totally doable. Just because
I know.
we as a society don't have a population problem; we have a population density problem.
Yes.
So it's 100% doable. We just have to actually want to do it.
Yeah. And yeah, it's about getting the right people to invest the right money places.
Yeah.
I saw this picture on Instagram today. That was like people like setting up for like yoga or something in bubbles outdoors. And this guy commented, he was like, maybe he was on Facebook. And this guy commented like, so we can do this, but we can't give like homeless people that sleep in snow anywhere to sleep. And I was like, damn.
It's crazy.
Yeah, so there's definitely ways to fix homelessness besides getting one man to give $20 billion, but it could help.
Yeah, exactly.
Other side of things, fixing the Flint water pipes is estimated to be $55 million, which is like not even...
That's laughably low that our government hasn't fixed it yet.
Yeah, it's kind of insane.
Like, honestly.
Like, granted, it depends. I don't really know the situation. I'm not a Flint water crisis person by any means. I don't fully know what's going on, but they could definitely use help from whoever can give it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they haven't had clean water since like 2014.
Yeah, it's
like, what the fuck is up with that? This is a way off tangent of our actual topic. But like, what the fuck is up with America not helping its people? It's okay. I know that this whole argument of like, American citizens are X, Y, and Z, right? But the people in Flint are American citizens. They should be receiving full, like, help.
Yes. Well, and
they shouldn't be treated like second-class humans.
The problem comes from, like, the government thinking that like, our American government thinking that the federal government of the state should fix things, and the federal government being like, no, we need help from the big government. And just, like, and the people within the place
are suffering.
Yeah, the people within the place are suffering and having trouble figuring out just like what to do on a day-to-day basis when it's just like, hey, fucking talk it out, guys.
Yeah, it's been too long.
Yeah. Back on the more fun side of things, he could buy 527 Boeing 747-8s, which cost $357 million a piece, and he could buy 527 of those. So. If only my dad could. If only Boeing was just, he did that, and then he could create so many jobs.
Yeah, but like, I'm gonna be honest. It's a lot of planes.
Yeah, they carry 700 people.
That's a lot of planes.
Dude, that's so many people. Those are large planes. Like most planes carry like 250 or so.
Yeah.
You could single-handedly remove 15.7% of all U.S. currency in circulation if you took it out in cash.
That just further proves that the U.S. The money in the U.S., right, like physical money, is worthless.
Yeah.
It doesn't even get backed up by the gold we have in the United States. Gold also worthless.
I have no idea about gold. I really.
People assigned monetary value to shiny things.
Hey, I'm a shiny
Hey, you priceless, babe. But like really, they assigned like, oh yes, this is worth X amount of goods.
Yeah, and it was just back in the day. It was because they thought it was cool or whatever.
They were like, oh yes, gold. It's cool. We will use it for money.
But really, we could assign any monetary value to anything that we deem.
Yeah. That you deem worth the trade.
Yeah.
That's what it goes back to. It's like, do you think that this is worth gold? And now it's, really, do you think this is worth a piece of cloth?
It's really like, hey, I don't think. Like the gold now is not worth anything. Like if gold was not worth money, like if it was, say gold was like 10 cents per pound or whatever, I don't know, people would not trade for gold. Or even, let's just not give a monetary value to gold. I wouldn't take gold over anything else because gold has no inherent value.
Yeah, gold
aside from being
pointless.
Worth things.
Its only value is use in technology, right?
Yeah.
Same, that goes for any earth metal.
Really?
That goes for diamonds too. Their only real value, like their usability value, is in technology, and then because of the way society and monetary things work, they developed a like posh sense that they're used for fashion. But that's pretty much it.
Yep, that was like back in the day. To get back to our camp days, man, back in the day when like purple was worth more, purple things were worth more because it was just like seen as like a royal color in like the Bible and stuff.
Oh yeah,
Bible times.
Because it was hard to get blue dye. Blue dye was hard as shit to get.
Yeah, they had to like.
And the fact that you
like
mixed
slugs?
It with red dye.
Yeah.
Like blue was like the the highest society. Purple was like second tier, and then it was everything else.
Yep.
Because blue, like the actual like indigo coloring that you can only get from certain natural materials.
I think it was slugs. I'm gonna be honest.
What?
I think it was something that had to do with slugs. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I don't think so, because I'm pretty sure blue dye comes from like rocks and bird feathers.
Hold on, I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah, but I'm looking it up too. Maybe the bird feathers come from RuneScape. I don't actually know. My guess is lapis lazuli. Aha, I'm right. Blue pigments were originally made from minerals such as lapis lazuli, cobalt, and azurite. Blue dye is made from plants, usually woad in Europe, and indigofera tinctoria, or true indigo, in Asia and Africa. Today, most blue pigments or dyes are made by chemical process.
All right. Listen to this. The reason for purple's regal reputation comes down to a simple case of supply and demand. For centuries, the purple dye trade was centered around the ancient Phoenician city of Tyre, or Tyre, I don't know. In modern-day Lebanon, the Phoenicians' Tyrian purple came from a species of sea snail known as Bolanus brandaris.
Purple thread.
They had to crack open the snail's shell and extract a purple-producing mucus and expose it to sunlight for a precise amount of time.
That's fucking weird.
It took 250,000 mollusks to yield just 1 ounce of usable dye. Oh my god! Wow. Okay.
Jesus Christ.
This is according to history.com, by the way.
Yeah, I like blue better. You break a few rocks and you grind them down into a pigment, mix it with oil or water, and you get good shit.
Respect. I think
rather than you crack open a living being shell, extract its little mucus sac, put it out in the sun for X hours, like 80 times, and then You mix that little tiny little bit with a little bit of water or a little bit of oil, and you get your dye or paint.
Yeah.
Shit's wild.
Granted, as a UW alum, I gotta appreciate the purple. You know.
Granted, as a person who is colorblind, they have the same color to me.
So you're what, red green colorblind, right?
Red, green, blue, purple,
Oh damn.
green, brown. So it could be red, but I might see it as brown.
Your life's just a struggle, man.
It's not that bad.
Just in terms of seeing color. The
Yeah.
outside of my window right now has green, yellow, blue, and red all in one thing, and you just see probably like brown. Maybe the yellow.
No, I would see the yellow, and I would see a blue or purple color.
Alright. Back to Jeff Bezos really quick. I only have 2 more notes, and then we can just go off on tangents.
Okay.
Considering how much money he has, if he made that into cash, he could give every person in the U.S. like $545, which is...
Honestly, I wouldn't mind that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest.
I appreciate
It's
that.
not much, but
it's honest work.
it's more than the government's done for us.
That's true. Oh, well, okay, yeah, I don't want to argue that.
Because some families aren't eligible for stimuli checks.
Yeah. And then every person in the world, he could give like $25.
That's actually still super impressive.
Yeah. Every single person, every like baby, every old person, you could give $25.
What if I name my kid Amazon Jeff Bezos, huh? Will he sponsor my kid for life? Will my kid go to college?
Probably.
Because I've heard about the whole Coca-Cola thing, where if you name your kid Coca-Cola, they pay for the college, they pay for like any medical expenses.
That's a thing?
I am pretty sure. Hold on, I'm looking up Coca-Cola Baby. I'm not gonna look up Coke Baby. That's completely different.
Coca-Cola Baby.
Coca-Cola Baby. Okay. You know, I'm getting a lot of pictures of babies drinking Coke. That's not what I wanted. What should I look up for this?
Naming your kid Coca-Cola?
Scholarship from Coca-Cola. Nope. If you name your child after any licensed Coca-Cola. Okay, here it is.
Oh.
I don't know how. I don't really know how. I don't know how official a Tumblr post is. If you name your child after any licensed Coca-Cola product, they pay for their college tuition. Similarly, if you name your child after any Olive Garden menu item, they eat free for life. Don't ask me how I know this. The information they try to keep from you. Let's look it up. I don't trust Tumblr.
My kid Parmesan?
Naming child after Coca-Cola. Okay. This is like way off base. Is it true that if you name your child after a Coke product? Yes, my son Sprite drinks free worldwide. This person says no. Shit, I don't know who to trust.
I mean, you could try it. I don't see why not.
Okay, I'm starting to doubt this fact that was told.
Yeah, I would have doubted that immediately too, to be honest.
Man, I would have told it when I was like 10, and I kind of ran with it.
There are a lot of facts that I think I was told when I was younger that I still like believe are true in the back of my mind if the topic gets brought up, but I just like they're totally not.
Yeah. I really thought that if I named my kid Coca-Cola, Sprite, Peps, that I would get all the goods.
Did you not want to include the
What if I named my kid Gatorade?
Gatorade? They'd probably sponsor you.
Wait, speaking of sponsorships, I was offered a sponsorship, right? But I didn't trust it. There's like this supplement company out there called like Pyre Gamers or something. And I really didn't trust it, but like the dude has sent me 5 emails. He's like, if you're not interested, please respond below. And I'm like, oh no, well, did I actually miss out on a sponsorship opportunity?
Dude, you got it. Well, it depends on what they.
No, it's too late now. It's too late now.
Yeah. Oh, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, the dude, the freaking. Some people are so dumb. Everybody wants to like. Everybody on TikTok, not everybody. There are these dumb people on TikTok who I see posting like, if Jeff Bezos gave everybody in the world some money or like something like that, then he would still have like $7 billion left over. And I was like, no.
If he gave everyone in the world $1, he would still have money left over. That's true. That's a true statement.
True.
They're not dumb. They're
dumb.
being very truthful.
But they're like, if he gave every single person $1 billion, he would still have like, basically they're just subtracting $1 billion or however 7.7 billion from his number, and I'm like, guys, come on, that's simple math.
If Jeff Bezos gave everyone $7 billion, he would be in immense debt.
That's the truth. There we go.
If Jeff Bezos would stop looking like a supervillain, then people would probably treat him better. Just saying.
Dude, I saw a picture of him when I was doing this research with hair, and he was balding until he shaved his head, but
yeah,
he had like hair on the side of his head and like a little bit in kind of the back section, and he looked just like the most normal looking dude of all time. It was super weird.
Yeah,
because now he's like
being bald makes him look like Lex Luthor.
That's true.
Man straight up out here saying, "Give me your fucking superpowers" or whatever. I never watched Superman or read Superman.
I never watched it, but I know that he just wanted kryptonite so that he could beat Superman.
Yeah, so like, you know what? He wants to be equal with the people. Honestly, I'm on Team Lex Luthor.
I don't know.
Superman can laser beam people. Lex Luthor wanted him to not do that.
Bro, anybody who can build a laser can laser beam people. Come on.
Not in the way that Superman does. Man can cut a building in half by just looking at it.
Bro, did you ever watch The Boys?
No, but I did see Michael Reeves build a laser baby.
Okay, that happened. But there's this scene in The Boys. Spoiler alert for anybody who hasn't watched The Boys and wants to. But there's a scene in The Boys which is like a dream. Not a dream. He's like Homelander, who's like one of the main bad guys. He's basically Superman, and just like nobody can beat him in anything. He's just like unstoppable, and he has laser vision. And he's like, this guy's like yelling at him, and he just like imagines that he just like laser eyes an entire crowd of like 1,000 people. Just like he just like turns it on, and then it just like looks across the screen, and they all just like heads fly off. It's freaking nuts. But that's like the potential of Superman.
Yeah, Superman was evil, which he is in a couple of the comics. Then it'd be bad. And Lex Luthor just wants him to not kill people. I support Lex Luthor.
But yeah, that's
back on topic. Jeff Bezos.
That's all I had on Jeff Bezos.
All you have on Jeff Bezos on the Bazonator? Okay.
If you have anything else you want to talk about, we can talk about it with Jeff Bezos. But I didn't want to get into too much depth, and we have been talking for 30 minutes already, so we got to give you time.
Yeah, topic. I'll call up good old Jeff, and I'll be like, "Hey, you want to hop on our podcast one day?"
Hey, you can do it.
Yeah, I mean, I talked to Leo last week, so.
I'll call up Bill Gates. I actually do. Hold on. I saw Bill Gates.
I think Bill Gates would be more willing to do it, honestly.
Yeah. I saw Bill Gates while I was like eating breakfast in Kirkland once, and it was kind of lit. I like didn't even know it was him until my mom told me, and she was like, "Hey, that's Bill Gates," and I was like, "Where?" Like he looks like the most normal dude. But anyways, sorry, I got distracted.
Speaking of moms and Bill Gates, so my mom used to go to UW, right? She was a UW student, and she said that Bill Gates would just come into the computer lab and be a nuisance.
That doesn't surprise me.
No, she said he was really annoying as like a young adult.
I mean, so were we, dude.
But I think it's really funny that like, or it's not computer lab, it was like tech lab at that time because it was like the 70s.
Yeah, there's probably like
tech
two
lab.
computers, and he was just like
yeah, and he wasn't even a student. He just came in to be a nuisance. Bill Gates, being kind of normal.
Nice.
Anyway, my topic: aliens. Oh, alien pog. So I'm pretty much just gonna go over the early history of aliens. They built the pyramids.
The early history.
They built the pyramids in all over the world. They built the pyramids in Egypt.
I'm gonna disclaimer this right now. This is
truth.
Pasta's opinion.
This is This is also satire because I'm on the Wikipedia page. Anyway, aliens have been, or quote unquote UFOs. But the main topic is UFOs. Have been quote unquote observed, quote unquote, throughout history. It started back in the Roman times when this dude named Julius Obsequens, Julius Obsequenus,
Hey.
Julius O. Julius O. He was a writer. He lived in like 400 AD or whatever. 300 AD. Around that time. He claims to have written about aliens, or UFOs, I should say. He claimed that he saw some things in the sky. He saw some circles in the sky. He saw some things flying around, like you do.
I do.
Odds are they were probably just floaters in his eye, and he was going blind.
All those cataracts.
Yeah. But they're scientifically stated as being early UFO accounts. Technically eyewitness reports.
That makes sense.
But like really poor eyewitness reports because they were Roman.
But at the same time, hear me out. At the same time, there were no planes or anything like that, so like they really
yes,
had
but what
no
if some
idea
kids
what
were
was going
just
on in
throwing
the
a
sky.
discus around, huh?
That's true. I guess it could have been a discus.
It could have just been a discus, someone
It
hawked
could
really
have just been a
far.
bird they don't know about at that point.
Yeah, it could have been a lot of things. They're like he just wrote that they were circles. Oh yes, I see some circles flying around. I believe they are these things called aliens. I just made that word up. I believe it's gonna go places. Yes, aliens. Anyway,
the next when the word aliens came up.
I bet it's tied to racial things.
Yeah, probably.
The next notable account of UFOs is in the 1500s. Residents of Nuremberg saw a big triangular object. That's much better described than I saw circles in the air. This is also from multiple residents. A large triangle object with hundreds of spheres, not just a couple flying through the air, but this whole like shape array of spheres, triangles, and other objects flying through the sky moved erratically. So like, picture you're holding a box, right? And your hands aren't there. It's invisible hands with the box, and you're just shaking it violently.
What? I'm not picturing that at all. What?
Okay, so it's like a triangle box.
Triangle box. So a pyramid looking.
You know how like, yeah, but you know how like when you shake things like violently, it's like picture that kind of movement, but without your hands.
Okay. So just picture things shaking in the air.
But like violently, like not normal. Like normal shaking is like.
Yes.
This is like.
I know exactly what that means.
Okay, cool. The next major sighting was only 5 years after the last one. I can do math. It was in Switzerland. There actually isn't much about it. They just call them sky spectacles.
Oh.
It was probably
what's the
Switzerland's
time
first.
For this one?
1566.
Okay.
It was probably just them seeing the Northern Lights for the first time.
Yep.
That's what it probably was. As opposed to the last one being described as giant sky triangles and orbs floating around, shaking erratically. This is, there are lights and phenomena in the sky. It's probably just the Northern Lights.
Dude, can I just say the only accurate representation of aliens is Chicken Little.
Where they build the sky.
Where they build the sky, and then really they lose their child and have to come back and take it, and then they leave.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the only accurate representation.
No. That's aliens right there. Perfect.
We can skip this topic.
And that's a wrap. Episode's over. Thank you for watching and listening and viewing with all your orifices. My social. Anyway, the next major observation of aliens was on January 25th, The Denson Daily News. I don't know where Denson is. It sounds like it'd be in the United States because
It
the guy
sounds
who
like-
saw its name is John Martin.
It sounds like it's in like the Midwest.
Yeah. He saw large, dark, circular objects resembling a balloon flying at a wonderful speed.
Ooh.
He said it appeared to be the size of a saucer. This is where one of the first times the word saucer was used with a UFO. Man, poor farmer John Martin out in Denson, wherever that is.
Dude, they just tied a balloon to an airplane and they just carried it along.
No, this is 1878. Were airplanes a thing back then?
This is 1878 or what?
I don't think airplanes were a thing back then.
Where do they record all this information? Was it just like in somebody's
Yeah,
notebook?
it's an alien. There's an alien recording all this shit. I was seen here. I was seen here. No, but that's where the term flying saucer was first used. Was with Mr. John Martin, local farmer,
Nice.
1878. The next major account of UFOs were thousands of people seeing airships in various parts of the U.S.
Ah, yes.
in 1879. Sorry, 1897.
Was this when airships had been invented? I really don't know. When were airplanes invented?
Airplanes were invented by the Wright brothers in like I want to say 19 something.
It's probably really early 1900s, because maybe 18.
Airplanes invented
Because you got to think of like
1903.
Yeah, I was gonna say you got to think of like world wars and stuff.
Yeah, I was almost said 1901. You know what? That was close.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
But yeah, I don't know when airships were invented. I don't know when like blimps and all that jazz. Blimps invented. Blimps were invented in 1852.
Oh,
Yeah, a significant amount of time before airplanes.
hey, just so you know, balloons were invented in 1824.
Man, they actually, you know what? Air travel really just like caught on.
Yeah, they really understood it.
They were like, oh, things float. Things can carry so much mass. Let's just, push it in a direction.
If
Oh
we
shit,
get
we're
enough
going.
things that float,
We're
we can-
going. Yeah. So they saw a bunch of airships in various parts of the United States. People reported talking to the pilots too. So I don't know what that means. But then
I was
Edison
gonna
came
say,
out and
does
was
that just
like,
mean they were like seeing airplanes and
yeah, I don't know.
talk to the
But
pilots?
Edison was like, yeah, it's fake, and I don't know if I can trust Edison.
Hey, you know who you need to get on this?
Nikola Tesla.
No, dude, Harry Houdini.
Oh. he debunks the supernatural, not aliens.
Hey, they could have caused some supernatural stuff. You never know. It's his job
No.
to find out.
You're out here telling me Harry Houdini is a Ghostbuster.
Yeah,
Damn, that'd have been good to talk about last week.
it's okay. That's why we're talking about it this week.
Yeah, Harry Houdini, Ghostbuster. Good shit. But yeah, and so like the next couple like UFO major sightings have just been like, ah, yes, they see shit in the air. It's
Yeah.
great. It's great.
Oh, we should talk about the UFO things that got released. Was that earlier this year? Yeah.
Yeah, when the
Navy actually released UFOs.
the Pentagon and all that jazz was like, yeah, aliens are real, and no one batted an eye. Like no one gave a shit. It's crazy. I think if talking about UFOs, it's important to talk about Roswell, right?
I
The
don't know. I don't know a
UFO
ton
the
of
UFO
that.
crash.
Yeah, if you want to bring it up.
All right, the Roswell incident. So July 1947. A U.S. Army balloon crashes in Roswell. But due to the public's lack of knowledge on military technology and surveillance and shit like that, they had no idea that it was in the area. They assumed that it was extraterrestrials, due to the fact that it had bits of metal and balloon. the U.S. military was like, oh shit, we should
Whoa.
we should get in there and recover our crashed balloon, and that led to everyone thinking that, oh, it's a cover-up. So what happened was the U.S. Army lost track of their balloon. It crashed at a ranch, and in doing so, they're like, oh, we should go clean it up. But at that point, rumors had already spread that a flying disc had crashed into the ranch. And so everyone was like, oh, the military's coming here to cover... Yes, a flying saucer. So the UFO Roswell incident, it was just broken down to the whole I want to believe picture of the alien and like on the horizon says, I want to believe. I want to believe. No, yeah. But then the government was like, yeah, aliens are real. It's great shit. It's great shit.
Dude, I'm just getting back to that alien show that I was talking about. It was talking about how, like, first of all, it talks about how we, like, send information out to like space to see if we hear things from aliens, and typically that would be it's like it has a 1,000-year return period where like we're probably not going to hear anything in our lifetimes back from aliens.
Unless they are just really good at traveling.
Yeah, or they're really good at traveling, or they're really close. You never know.
What if they like don't text back? Like what if they leave us on red?
We're used to that, man.
What if the aliens leave us on red and we think we're the only ones out here?
That's okay, man.
That really fuck with a lot of people.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Okay. I love the argument that, the argument that like space is so infinite that like there obviously has to be aliens is so true, and I love that there are people that don't believe that.
It's so dumb because we know that the universe is infinite. We know that.
Yeah, like this condition for us to live on this earth is so, like it is pretty exact, but it's so possible.
It's so finicky.
It's so possible in the universe to have it again if it's infinite, right? So I don't know.
Like there are 3 planets in our solar system that are just made of gas.
Yeah.
Like there are people that believe that in the universe that there isn't another Earth-like planet, let alone planets that can hold other life forms.
Basically, any planet with water. If it follows the same.
There is life on Mars.
Oh yeah, but back to aliens. I'm sorry, I brought this up and then got off track. But
no, it's okay. We're on topic of aliens. It's fine.
Yeah, that's true. Or sorry, Alien Worlds on Netflix.
It's very different.
The last episode is about, so basically it kind of builds up. It's like there's 4 episodes and there's 3 different ones, and the 4th one is kind of separate. It talks about aliens and like how they would act, or like how more advanced beings would act. And really what it is it's like it talks about a lot about AI and how aliens would kind of use AI, and if they were good at harnessing solar power, which we're not actually super good at harnessing solar power, but if they were good at harnessing solar power, they could easily power and create an AI system like robots to go to like the next planet and prepare it for them to come whenever they needed to leave the planet they were on, which was super weird and cool to think about.
Well, here's the thing. We could do that right now.
Well, they're working on doing that. They have to what was it? They had to create like an environment or an ecosystem of robots.
But like we could do that. Yeah. We're just not.
Well, we are. Some stray groups are working on it, but it's not funded by the government.
Yeah, but the stray groups aren't going to actually be able to fully do it to the capacity that we need it to be done if we want to explore planets at a mass rate.
Yeah, but which I don't think we want.
We need
right now.
World leader funding.
Yes.
Like we need the Russians, we need us, we need fucking observatories in Australia to get all their shit together to watch for planets that they might think could potentially be easier to terraform.
Mm-hmm.
But is it morally right to terraform planets?
Well, it depends. I mean,
is it morally right to terraform planets?
In my eyes, yes.
A planet that is uninhabited?
Yeah.
Yes. But if we were to go to a planet that had alien life, we're like, oh, let's just live here. That'd be fucked.
That would
That'd be
be like
fucked.
us doing what we're
That would
scared
be
of.
like Christopher Columbus.
Whoa, I'm about to burp. I'm sorry, everybody.
I did it first.
I need you to edit that out.
Nope, it's staying in. But yeah, aliens are cool.
Yeah, dude. This
There's also
actually
a lot
goes
of
back to,
reports
our
of like
second
Navy.
episode of me that I did on, or the topic I had of colonizing Mars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there are a lot of eyewitness reports from Air Force pilots who have seen shit, who couldn't come out about it until recently. There was this one Air Force pilot who saw something like boiling the ocean and it flew away. That's pretty neat. A little like tic-tac shaped object just boiling the ocean.
Huh.
Yeah.
Call that a buoy.
Yeah. But like, you know, moving at several hundred miles per hour. Because it was like
Damn.
flying alongside of a like
A
jet plane. Yeah.
One of Jeff Bezos' jets.
I mean, there's okay. Tinfoil hats on, everyone. Tinfoil hats on.
Go off on it.
There are obviously aliens have come to Earth. Obviously.
Okay.
There are just
Yes,
small
okay, sorry,
things
tinfoil
that are
hats
just
on.
like that extraterrestrial, like, you know, like, yes, the pyramids. I'm sorry, but the way that the pyramids line up with the rest of like star maps, the way that ancient civilizations knew that Sirius A and B were separate, the way that all this shit just, there's no way they would know this without external information. There's just no way.
Well, okay. To refute your idea,
You can't.
as the opposite side, there was different methods of like information acquiring.
Yeah, but how would these ancient civilizations be able to see Sirius A and B?
Is that what things are lined up with? Like
No.
what?
Sirius A and B are a I believe it's a galaxy formation.
I'm pretty sure they're stars.
It also might be stars. But okay, two stars. Okay, I'm thinking of a different galaxy thing. But anyway, Sirius A and B, they are like so incredibly close to each other that they're hard to see apart. Like you have to use a special you have to use like super telescopes. Sirius B wasn't discovered until I believe the 1860s. Yeah, they called it the faint companion of Sirius A. It wasn't discovered until the 1860s, or the midpoint 1800s anyway. How were ancient civilizations able to see that?
Well, okay. How do you? What is your information that's telling you that they were able to see that?
Let's do a quick Google search. There's an ancient. I think they're in Mexico.
I'm just here to refute your conspiracy theories before you really commit to them. You know.
Okay. They might have been Greeks actually. I spelled the word civilization wrong. Okay, so yeah, the ancient Greeks had knowledge of Sirius B.
What is the logic behind that? How do we know that they did?
There was a book written about it, and there are testimonies from several people, like what's the author of the book's name? Robert K.G. Temple. I can't read.
Robert De Niro. Okay.
Yeah, in West Africa, they had knowledge of the Sirius system. They wrote about it. Yeah, the mystery that is central to the book is how the Dogon people of Mali had knowledge of Sirius B, the white dwarf companion star of Sirius A, invisible to the naked eye. Huh?
There's nothing for me to refute there. I will let you go off on that one for a second.
Yeah. How the fuck? How the fuck do these primitive, like 5,000 year ago tribes without telescopes know about the invisible star?
Do you think there was a
I
way
mean, people.
that they
There are
could've-
obviously people who don't believe in it. No, they're just lying.
Do you think there was a way that they could have constructed telescopes? That's the real question.
Not that could see Sirius
Yeah.
like that. Yeah.
Interesting. I did not see. I like you. You can say these things, but I don't believe them until people give me like the information behind why they believe it. So.
Now there are some people who think that that Europeans gave them the information.
Well, did Europeans have this?
That's what I'm wondering.
I'm gonna say like now you're just saying that like white men gave them the information.
Oh yeah,
It's
that's
like-
what Carl Sagan said. That's what Carl Sagan said. Carl Sagan said that perhaps because they didn't know Saturn had rings. Yeah, here's the thing. They didn't know Saturn had rings, right? But they knew Sirius B existed.
That's one of those things that like it's hard to refute anything, but
Also the pyramids of Egypt.
I
The way that they are a star map.
dude, has anybody
And
been
how
inside
they're,
the
like-
pyramids that's like could tell people what's going on, or
No one can explain the pyramids. They're just tombs built for the great kings, who I think. Okay, this is way down the rabbit hole now. I think these ancient like pharaohs and all these Egyptian gods are aliens. Like I think the stories are real, to a point.
to a point. I was gonna
Obviously,
say.
obviously to a point. Like, it is the alien gods came down and they're like, ah yes, they came down when the sun set, therefore it's the god of the moon or whatever. This god came at sunrise. This alien came at sunrise. It flew down in its spaceship. I was watching Ancient Aliens once, and they
refuting
opened up this
my
tomb.
Egyptian mythology topic that I picked in like week 1.
Yeah, no, we're going back to that. But there was this. They found a plane, like a plane-shaped object that was aerodynamic enough to fly.
Okay.
It was like it was like 3 inches long, but they built it on a full scale, and it could glide. It was a glider. They had a full glider, but it was like 3 inches long.
Wait, what was this?
There was an ancient.
They found
Ancient,
something?
yeah. It's great having computers on the fly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like bird shaped. It was like bird shaped, but also kind of plane shaped. It had like the back of it looked like a plane.
Yeah.
It had,
well, I
like-
mean, if it was like just a thing that they found, it obviously didn't have wings. It would have more of like a glider type.
Yeah, I'm gonna send you a picture right now. I'll also put this picture
Okay.
on the screen during the YouTube video.
On
This
the
is what the
phone.
thing basically looked like.
That's a plane.
That's a plane. That's what the thing basically looked like. I mean, I think that's like the rough model of it, but like, that's what it basically looked like. It was carved out of like wood.
When was this?
It had a plain tail. It looked like a bird, but like
Well,
it's crazy.
What it does look like is a fish.
like a flying fish.
Yeah.
There's another one they found.
That one looks like.
That looks more like a bird, but it still has the plain like tail. You know?
Yeah.
It's just crazy how like shit like this also popped up on like walls. I don't know if I can use this one because it says subject may be copyrighted. But like,
Oh, just hieroglyphics.
that's a fucking helicopter.
I'm not.
That's a
seeing it.
fucking helicopter. Look at the top row. On the.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's a fucking helicopter. And then there's like a flying car in there too, so I'm excited about that.
Whenever that comes out.
Yeah. Well, when we get an ancient Egypt flying car dropping, huh?
All right. I think
There's
we should cut it off pretty quick though.
We should wrap it up. We should wrap it. Okay, aliens real.
Aliens, never a doubt that they're real. Visiting Earth, a little bit of doubt going on in my mind still.
No
I know-
doubt,
hey,
no doubt in my mind.
Just
No doubt in my mind.
doubt in my mind, but no doubt in your mind. I will respect your mind and let you have that one.
They're probably living in like Iceland or some shit.
They live in freaking Kansas, dude. Nobody goes to Kansas.
No, they probably live in Russia where they live in Chernobyl.
Well, okay. We don't even.
Chernobyl's still usable,
We're
man.
very much hypothesizing things.
It's still usable. Look at this.
Anyways.
Look at
Are you gonna
this.
send me another picture?
Look at it. Look at it. It's a plane.
Nice.
Tell me
That's
that
pretty.
that's not a plane.
I would wear that.
That's a
around my neck.
fucking plane. It's a plane.
Yeah.
That's a fucking plane. You got planes and helicopters. Ancient Egypt out here fucking playing GTA 5 with cheat mode on. Cheaters.
All right.
That's all I got for today.
We just went off on aliens there for a little while.
That's because I am a firm believer in aliens.
I
More than like anything, like given supernatural context, like aliens far more likely than ghosts.
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry, but
No,
aliens
100%. In terms of
exist.
In terms of aliens being here, the Earth has been around for like 4 billion years. So there's potential for that to have like happened, but you have to think that just in timing. I don't know how old the universe is, to be honest. I should probably look that up.
Old as fuck. It's like several trillion years old, probably.
Okay. So what would happen is
I used to know.
an earlier in the universe's history, something would have had to go through basically what we went through with evolution, unless.
Okay, it's 13.8 billion years old, not trillions.
See, that's tougher, even tougher for me to believe now.
What?
Well, dude, okay, if the Earth is 4 billion years old, we are
Yeah.
nowhere near being able to go to and visit other planets with life on them. Okay.
Okay, but what if there was a planet out there in the universe that was only like 1 billion years older than our Earth? That's 1 billion years difference.
I know, and that's what I'm
We
saying.
could easily hit like extraterrestrial ultra speed travel within the next 1,000 years easily.
I know, but it just makes it less likely. And I don't know. It's just like that time frame is tough. Granted, I will give it
Okay,
to you
but
that
like-
it's possible. I will give it to you that it's possible.
Okay. When,
time
I'm
frame is
also
just
gonna
tough.
when life on Earth started. I believe it's Precambrian. So like, or Precambrian is when the life on Earth. There was no life on Earth Precambrian. There was like maybe microbes that just started to show up, and that's when Cambrian started, right?
Yep.
That was 4.47 billion years ago. There were 9 billion years of the universe before that. It could easily happen. Easily. Especially because there's infinite amount of planets out there that we know of.
Yeah.
And some of them, okay, this is we're going back into like the tinfoil hats. There might be multiple universes or / Big Bangs that occurred throughout space. I'm talking like we're gonna have universal overlaps at some point. Not anytime soon.
I was gonna say that's a
Not anytime soon.
scary thought.
It is a scary thought, but like, is it scary? All it is it's a wave of light.
Well, it depends.
It's a wave of light. That's what the Big Bang created, was a wave of light. So there are planets out there in the dark. I'm calling it now. There are planets out there in the dark
Well, yeah.
that have
They
no
to, like,
light
reach us.
light from the Big Bang. Big Bang.
Well, they have to reach us. The reflection lights have to reach us, and then we can potentially see them.
Right.
All right.
All I'm saying is that we know very little about space.
yes, that
Extremely
much
little.
I can confirm. And
We know less about space than we do our own ocean. But we know more about the moon. And we do our own ocean.
Yeah, I was gonna say we don't know much. All right, bringing it back to the Pasta Socks podcast.
Pasta Socks Podcast, episode 5.
Hey, thank you for listening.
Thanks for viewing with your ears.
We
really
have
appreciate
have
it.
a good rest of your week or day or whenever this comes out. I hope you had a good week if it's later in the week.
Yeah. I hope you had a good January so far.
We're getting excited for Christmas. Hey, as a side note, Pasta, what do you want for Christmas?
What do I want for Christmas?
Yeah, what's
I
something
want
that
to
you
go
want?
somewhere. I want to go somewhere.
I told my dad I wanted Birkenstocks, and that's like my one goal.
You want a Birkenstock?
Dude,
Okay.
I've wanted
I see our goals
Birkenstocks
are very
for so
different. I want to
long.
be able to experience life again.
Yeah, it's been so long I kind of forgot what it was like, but yeah, that would be nice.
I want to be able to go into a restaurant and eat.
I want to be able to just like go to a friend's house one day, spend the night there, and then go directly to another friend's house and not be worried about like society thinking that I'm evil.
That's true. That's true. I want to be able to fucking go to school again. God. I'm still debating on whether or not I should actually apply to Western.
Why would you not? Just because you don't want to do online school?
Because I don't want to pay for online classes. Like I don't want to pay like university prices for online classes.
Yeah, that's kind of dumb.
Yeah.
The world is just really trying to slow your degree, man.
It really is. But yeah, that's Pasta Socks episode 5.
Episode 5.
Thank you for watching.
Yeah, thanks for watching.
Listening.
Follow us
Viewing.
on Instagram, pasta_socks. I'm gonna make a TikTok eventually. It'll probably be up by the time this is out. So pasta_socks, hopefully. If not,
Yeah, and
We'll
who
have
knows?
more-
Maybe
we'll
by
warn
then
you
we'll
next
have
week.
ad reads.
yeah,
Wouldn't that be wild to have ad on episode 6?
dude, that'd be fucking nuts.
That'd be crazy. If anyone wants to sponsor us,
Yeah. I drink
you
a lot of water.
yeah, I
I eat a lot of Cheetos.
if Cheetos wants to sponsor us, I would be down.
anything you need. Amazon, hey, Amazon, if you're out
Yeah.
there.
Amazon, I already work for you, so if you want to sponsor us, that'd be great.
But I gotta go. Gotta prepare for the wedding.
Yeah, I gotta go eat breakfast at 4 o'clock.
Have a good night, bud.
It's my morning.
Okay, you know what I mean.
Yeah, have a good day, everyone. I hope you had a good time. Thank you for listening.